The Grand Palladium Complex in Mexico is home to not one, not two, but 4 5-star hotels. It's probably the most luxury per square mile you can get anywhere in the world. The line of hotels has been designed from prominent architects, features a dozen fine dining options, and lies on a glorious section of private beach. But are they worth your time? Especially since this is Mexico we're talking about, the home of all-inclusive 5 stars. Today I'll help you decide by taking you on a tour of one of the most popular hotels in the complex, the Grand Palladium White Sand Resort and Spa. If you're planning a trip to Mexico soon, you won't want to miss this. The Grand Palladium White Sand is located on a massive stretch of the Riviera Maya. It's approximately 50 miles south of Cancun International Airport and roughly 15 miles from the boho chic Tulum. While the hotel takes its name from the white sands of Cantana Beach outside, it's also surrounded on 3 sides by mangroves. This gives it more of an eco-resort feel than its sister properties. It's not uncommon for guests to spot koalas, raccoons, or exotic birds when walking between their suites and the resort's facilities. White Sand shares its complex with 3 other hotels, with distinct spaces to be in a world of its own. In fact, once you reach the complex, you'll probably have to take a train to get to the right lobby. Once at the White Sand, you'll receive an armband that doubles as your electronic room key. After you check in, you'll be sent to one of the 264 suites spread across several 2-story bungalow-style buildings. If you have mobility issues, one thing to note is that none of these structures have any elevators, so choose a room on the ground floor. As soon as you walk to your room, you'll notice how generously sized they really are. Even the entry-level junior suites span approximately 500 square feet. Most categories feature private balconies or terraces, as well as a sprawling hot tub in the bathroom. The rooms also come with either a beach or garden view and can host up to 4 guests. Meanwhile, there are 2 categories of suites, offering either garden or ocean views. These large rooms span approximately 700 square feet each and come with separate bedrooms and living spaces, marble showers, whirlpools, and 2 terraces. It also sleeps 4 guests, but considerably more comfortably. The hotel's prize suite, however, is a couples-only haven. The Romance Villa, as it is known, can be found right beside the sparkling lagoon. It has a private entrance, an outdoor shower, and a terrace with a hammock. On a special request, couples can also get a canoe to explore the bodies of water flowing to the terrace. Room rates start around $250, but can be a lot higher depending on the season or the category. Booking well in advance always helps. Guests at the Grand Palladium White Sand also have access to the 2 other family-friendly hotels on the property, which means more pools, more entertainment, and more food than you could possibly imagine getting through in a single weekend. Seriously, there are a total of 9 themed restaurants, 3 buffet spreads, and a staggering 25 bars across the property. So I can't cover each in detail, but some of the crowd favorites include La Adelita, an authentic and sophisticated Mexican restaurant, and Portofino, a refined Italian diner with an emphasis on fresh seafood and handmade pastas. Both require reservations but are well worth the wait. At El Dorado, meanwhile, you can enjoy a perfectly executed steak by the beach or watch the sunset with a drink. If you're looking for something more casual, you're probably better off at La Hacienda, which has pizza, pasta, and salad stations. Besides that, there are restaurants that serve Asian food, Argentinian cuisine, Brazilian fare, you name it. Some have swim-up bars, others have huge buffet spreads. If you prefer your dinner with a show, there's also Bravo Dinner and Dance, an 80s themed diner that regularly hosts live performances, as well as a chic cabaret, a restaurant where you can watch acrobats pull off amazing feats as you dive into a multi-course tasting menu. The only problem with dining at the complex is that many of the options require reservations. Some are also only restricted to priority guests, while others allow adults only. So if you're traveling with the family, you're likely to be limited to the buffet and family-style options, which can still be delicious, but a bit disappointing. Like I mentioned in the beginning, the Palladium Hotel Complex is massive and extremely luxurious. This is reflected in the sheer number of pools spread out across the property. There are a total of 6, each with its own unique identity. The gorgeous lagoon that snakes through the white sand resort is ideal for kayaking and canoeing. The main pool, meanwhile, is a staggering 300 feet long and 130 feet wide, enough for a game of professional water polo, or just splashing around with your friends. The rest of the pools are scattered across the complex. Some have swim-up bars, others overlook the ocean, and one has water slides for children. When pool hopping, however, don't forget about the beach outside. This stretch is known for its powdery white sand that gives the resort its name. With that said, some guests have complained about the amount of seaweed, but that's an unavoidable problem along the Riviera Maya coastline. It's also not clearly been enough of an issue to kill the mood. Beach huts and chairs are almost always occupied on warmer days, and you'll see many guests go snorkeling around the nearby reef system. If you aren't worried about staying on budget, you could also visit the Zentropia Palladium Spa and Wellness Center, a massive space with a hydrotherapy circuit, multiple treatment cabins, and signature therapies. Meanwhile, as you explore the complex, you'll also find a gymnasium, a mini golf course, an aqua gym, an archery range, and one of 6 full-size tennis courts. It's no wonder then that the Palladium consistently gets rave reviews from its guests. In a sea of all-inclusive 5 stars, it manages to retain a distinct identity, one where incredible luxury meets unparalleled variety.